How's it going, neighbors? This is Ed here with etrailer.com, and we're taking a look at the replacement shank from Gen Y for your adjustable ball mount system. You may notice right away that the drop on the shank here is a lot more extreme than you would typically have for a vehicle at this lift. This is just for demonstration purposes. You wouldn't use this for basically anything on this application. And another thing to note, with this particular shank, in the drop position, it will require an additional stabilizer bar from Gen Y that bolts underneath the frame of the truck to just basically keep everything in line and stable. Let's take a closer look at our shank here. This is the Mega Duty replacement shank for your 15-inch drop system. This is going to give you 7 receiver openings, so you can use your accessories like cargo boxes or bike carriers, anything that fits into a 2-inch receiver. The materials themselves, Gen Y uses a really great process to protect the unit from corrosion. They start with a zinc primer and then apply an epoxy powder coat that's going to give you a really durable finish that'll hold up against the elements, in the real world towing. A couple things I've noticed though with Gen Y products, that sometimes the powder coat can be thicker in some areas within the receiver and even on the shank that goes into the vehicle's receiver. And it doesn't hurt to just kind of work it in or use a little grease to help lubricate things so everything goes a little bit smoother. I'm going to grab my tape and we're going to get a measurement of how close we're getting from our receiver. So going on center to the pinhole, you're right at 4 inches to the back of your shank. Moving to the front of the shank, you're a little bit under 9.5 inches. And from there, whatever accessory that you have, that'll give you the distance from that point. So I'm gonna pull out our pin and we're gonna put it in the rise position. Give it a little tug here. Overall, this is 18 inches tall. So this is going to be a pretty substantial piece of metal that you have here. So you want to be cautious when you're adjusting. And now that I have it in, you can see that your distance between the center pinhole and your shank is going to remain the same for all of that. And you still have a pretty aggressive rise. Almost enough to actually use it on this particular truck. But again, I wouldn't suggest this particular one for a vehicle that has such a lift. Our shank is rated up to 10,000 pounds. However, you want to definitely make sure that you're observing the weight limitations of your hitch, your ball mount, and everything in your towing setup. The lowest rated item is going to be your maximum capacity, so just be aware. And again, Gen Y products are super solid. My time here at etrailer.com, speaking with our neighbors, I found that more times than failures, what people experience with ball mount shanks and drop hitches is the fact that they tend to grow legs. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to add a locking pin to help secure your product to your vehicle. Again, this is Ed here with etrailer.com, and this has been a look at the replacement shank from Gen Y for your adjustable ball mount. You have a great day.